Good morning, traders. I've also been keeping track of is Triple G, chat filters on, 8 ticks, profit. It's at the first background change, so this did drop a buy signal. It is pre-market, didn't take it, but also incorporating taking that first if the background bar profit wave, those three are all green or all red. Seems like another viable thing to add to actually take both signals, but keeping the 8 ticks take profit rather than going for like, okay, the low of this bar, 49. Really going for 4.5 points. And, if you're trying to go for close of this and the bottom of this, that's a lot. Let's see how this adds. My Apex accounts are kind of at break even. Had 5 wins on them to bring back the initial loss of $500. I actually probably had more. I probably had six wins because of the commissions. Let's see. Yeah, so they're over 25,000. So it was up a little bit. Just on I think the trade itself, it just bounced up. It was the one that lost the $500 loss. So then I must have gotten 6 wins because we're above 25,000 and just all the commissions. That's just been a couple weeks. Only pure signals.
Order
Boom.
canceled.
That one came late. Hell caught it. Yeah. Now this hammering down could drop a signal. Everything's lining up. If see a volume, I'm surprised it didn't drop. I mean, had almost over almost 18 or 18,000 volume. Again, now imagine, okay, so 43 and that bar. You're going for like 13 points if you would just do the normal triple R. It's way too much. Look at it retracing. So if we got in 42.75 maybe. I mean, 8 ticks is a very reasonable number to get. And again, my maximum loss is set at 40 ticks. With this, you could be put in situations where you're doubling up. Let's just say you had that and it didn't quite reach a profit target, it's still just hovering around the same entry price, and a signal could drop. So then you have to make a decision. Do you want to double your position size? So with these, let's just say it pulled down, pulled way back up. The bar was green, everything else was red. Do not take. And it's the first bar. So then that would take us out of this option. You would have to wait for a signal to drop only. I mean, you could have some red bars down before the background change and then take it once it's the background change. So for those of you who are trading NQ, maybe just keep track of the triple G of just going on 2 minute, going for 40 ticks, and going for 20 on the 1 minute. see how that looks. You can have these large ass candles, and then it's like you're going for 50 points. Like that is really hard to take out of the market. My working theory, my hypothesis is that we're gonna day trade, scalp. Gotta have small targets. Your stop loss has to be wider. You know, the market's gonna go where the orders are at, and it can really fuck you up. So don't be greedy, but you have to give it more room to breathe than what you're trying to capture.
Connect.
A connection lost. Okay, so just to make sure everything's working, flatten everything.
Order canceled.
Also check the green status lights. For the price of this indicator, it's pretty much has a great potential. We're only paying $100, one-time fee. It is a shame that others are not allowed in the Discord, so you can see others' payouts proof. Um, the person who was the moderator in there, I think he's been like about 2 years. He's been using this. And when it was when they first started it, and they're using it more for options. He still trades options, his own money, and he has Apex accounts. And I think he's extracted over 10 grand. Yeah, he just does these 25,000 accounts, 25,000 size net, handful of them. And he's trading micros on NQ, 2 minute. And then I think he trades a variety of SPY and other options in his cash, in his own personal account. But it is, there's so many fraudsters in this space, or things that will work for a few weeks, a few months, get all excited, and then you get let down. It doesn't work anymore. I've been through many of those. Ones that had reoccurring subscriptions. I mean, I've even spent $2,000 up front on something that has been around for a long time, seemed great in presentations, and it's just super frustrating trading it. It is not a system that, oh, okay, you just follow all the standard guidelines and rules that they've set. It doesn't work. This volume's just not high enough for this. Do have news at top of the hour. Actually, I did want to check. Refresh to see if there's any speeches that all of a sudden pop up. VIX is down. Okay, technically ES is up. All right, looks like it's been falling for a long time. Here we go. This volume's, yeah, volume's picking up still another minute. If this drops 10 plus thousand volume. Yes, X where there's a lag. The trading view, this is just my browser on my Mac. This is my VPS, Ninja Mobile Trader VPS. I do have trading view on this. I may have to use that. It sucks when it's like the last 5 seconds and there's a lag, and all of a sudden the signal drops too late. Looks like my entry price was spot on with the close of that. Push, 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 push. Boom.
Order
Button everything,
canceled.
make sure there's no floating orders. You can even check this. The only reason why I keep this open is it'll let me know if I have any ghost orders. And it'll let me correct it from here. Look at that, you got 2 bites out of the same downtrend. And look, it retraced back up past your entry price. We're already out of it though. There's one reason why I set a 2-tick limit, because especially during the market open, it could fly a few points from the close of the bar to the open of the next. And so if you're looking at the signal, on TradingView, it looks like cool, it hit take profit, but you didn't really get that entry price. You got one that was a few points off. And now what? Do you hold? Try to go for your 8 tick still? So, because there has been one within the past like 2 months during the market open, that's exactly what happened. And so I had to cancel the order because you already see it hit take profit. So you just close out the limit order. Rarely happens, and a 2 tick offset, and you get filled virtually every time. And if it briefly passes your order and it's pending, all of your follower counts will be the same limit entry price. Versus if you're using, so that's with the ETP copier. But this one in executions mode, the leader would set a limit order. There would be no pending orders until that gets filled. These immediately get filled with market orders. But that could be fine for that if you're still doing the 2 tick offset. However, there won't be any OCOs on these if you're doing executions mode. So if there's a connection issue, you don't have anything. At least with this. I mean, these Apex and Tradeify. So, if I had a Tradeify connection issue and Apex is my lead, then it's got nothing protected on it. So this is actually like the best. It's a direct connection. It's my only connection that I purchased for it, but it can have a whole bunch of Rhythmic and DX feed and a single NinjaTrader direct connect. So they don't currently have any Tradebait connections specifically. Right now it's just in this. It's just that. The hell happened last night? Boom, shot up. Just sideways. For 6,000. Alright, so again, this candle needs to be green. It needs to bounce up higher. The background's green, and so the profit wave and that candle on this bar needs to do it. This needs to hold. Ideally, it would shoot, yeah, above, pointer to above that profit wave. Give us some more confidence. Actually, like 45. That would give a good buffer. So what is it? 38. Okay. Just is gonna take us out. Boom.
Order
Flatten
canceled.
everything. If this background changes and drops another sell signal, nah, volume's weak. Nope. View this news. All right, so if you just took the signal only, you got your $100. You did what I did, you're down 300.